What are you guys saying? Huh? My lens is fogging up because of humidity. It rained. I'm chasing rain. I'm chasing roads to try to get where I'm going. This is what I run into. This one's not very bad, but they have these floodways where the water crosses, and a little shower just went through here, and the water's going across the road from that direction there. But this is what I've been trying to avoid. This is what I ran into the other day, and it was a lot. Hang on a second. It was a lot deeper than this, and that's what makes it scary. So right now, I think I'm good. I'm trying to get to Emerald, as I said, and I had a detour a whole bunch of places, but if I keep going on this road, I should be good. In this part of the video, I didn't get any audio. It's just pictures of a dam called Fairbairn Dam. The scenery was beautiful. It was very low. I think it had reached the lowest point ever at 8% of its capacity to hold water. The time that I visited here in the video, it's at 15%. So out of this irrigation, well, out of this dam that holds back water, they use it to irrigate a lot of the countryside around, and that's where a lot of the cotton irrigation water comes from. It was quite interesting to see. So that's pictures of that reservoir system with the dam. Okay, this part of the video is a farmer I stopped at who grows cotton, and also he was going to grow corn. He was getting a whole bunch of corn seed brought in to plant Monday of this week, whatever day it is that this video comes out. But yeah, so he was going to plant corn, but really interesting gentleman to talk to. Took me for a tour, and this is kind of the stuff he has. And yeah, so this is Neek's place, which is his nickname, because I'm not sure what his real name is. But yeah, really nice guy to talk to. What's the row spacing that you use?
We're on 38.
Yeah.
38 inch.
Were you happy with this?
That's basically, we plant beans, we plant winter crops, chickpeas, and wheat with this plant, so each one's 15-inch rows.
Yep.
The commet's going to run good because all those storms you can see back there, they're all feeding into the comet, so we'll have this full in 10 days time.
Really?
Yep.
And how many, you talk mega? Yep. John Deere motors, I see. I am just outside of Emerald in Queensland, Australia. Most of you know I'm in Australia. And I'm just going to show you. This is a field just outside that's on an irrigation scheme that uses water from a dam. And I'll try to get some footage of the dam tomorrow. It's a little windy, I apologize. They've been wet. They got hit with almost 2.5 inches of rain over the last little while. And they're trying to get cotton finished, and I'll show you the cotton field. But I'm just going over to the Renee's place for dinner tonight. But this is kind of the idea where they kind of do these different step down irrigation right here. There's the irrigation canal right there that feeds the system, and it all kind of comes down from the system that they have with the dam and the reservoir. Behind me is another field. So right now they got 0% water allocated to them this year, so they didn't get any water to grow, so they kind of had to take some of the stuff they had carried over from previous years to try to have enough to grow some crops. So they only planted a few of their acres, or well, it wouldn't be few, but I think they didn't plant much of their acreage. They only got so much cotton in based on what they could grow with the irrigation water that was given to them. So that's really a lot of the challenge that they're faced, is that everyone I've talked to, it's all about water. Water, water, water. And it's something that we maybe take for granted as Canadians because we have an abundance of water, but they really manage things. So right now they got some rain, and some of them are kind of racing to see if they can get a crop in, which they would call a summer crop, which would be sorghum, corn, mung beans, different things like that, to try to get some profit, and then go from there and see if they can set themselves up to make some money. But I decided to stop and hop out and let you take a look. It's vast around here. It's pretty rolly in other spots, but this is all kind of graded to do flood irrigation. There isn't pivots here. It's all kind of flood irrigation, and it's pretty interesting. I'll get some footage of a cotton field that they're picking, what's been picked and what's been left, so you get an idea what it looks like. So this is a field of cotton that's been actually harvested in spots. I'll try to get close. It's a little mucky, and I can't get horribly close. I'll zoom in on it for you. I'll zoom in on it for you, but it's been picked. They got a little bit left to pick. They had a contractor, or what we call a custom operator, come in and help them with it. They have 2 cotton pickers themselves, and then they got another one in. This contractor's got one that makes the round bales. The other ones that they have make the modules that you can't see, but they make a big long rectangle of compressed cotton, and this other one that the contractor has makes the round bales. Those bales there, the interesting thing is that the harvester can carry a bale after it's been made, plus make one at the same time. So what they do is drop it at the ends of the field. So there's never any bales kind of dropped in the middle of the field, they're all at the end. Just making it a lot more efficient for them to pick it up. So pretty interesting stuff. I don't get to see cotton very often, ever. So it's pretty cool to see. And if you actually look across the road, that field across the road actually is different maturity. So they have a range of planting dates they can do. It's regulated how long of a planting window they have, and they have to plant within that window, but some plant early and some plant late. So that stuff there was planted later than the stuff Renee planted over here, and that's why it's being harvested here and why it's green over there.
So these are, I'll show you what they are over here. So they're a moisture pad.
Yep.
So they put soapy water basically onto your spindles. So there's a tower of them there.
Oh, yep.
So the spindles first go through that tower and get that film of water on it. Mm-hmm. Then they rotate around that way, as well as spinning individually.
Yep. So each of those are...
Also they spin and then it spins.
And then the whole thing spins, yes.
And they're covered with the soapy water.
Soapy water. And then the cotton gets wrapped onto those little teeth there,
yep,
which are very sharp. And it comes all the way around and it goes through this doffer here. It's spinning the same way as the spindles, but faster.
Okay.
And it unwraps it, falls into the door here, and gets blown and sucked up into the basket. But they're called heads, and we have one at the front and one at the back.
Okay.
So what the first one misses...
so it's double basically.
Double, so the back one gets it as well.
So they basically go through the process twice.
Twice, yes. So there's the moisture tower there, and there's your
Yeah.
doffers at the back there.
There's a lot to that head.
Yes.
So a lot of maintenance.
We
Not
probably
bad
don't.
if you keep them up.
Yeah, we don't do enough area to require
yeah.
lots and lots.
Are they like a chrome? Or
Yes.
yeah, so I imagine they're quite expensive to replace, or not too bad.
$8 or $9 each.
Oh,
That for about $8, $9.
that whole thing.
The whole thing with the nut on it.
Yeah, with
or you can buy the spindle for probably $6 or $7. But then you have to spend time putting them all together.
Yeah, so it's probably just better to...
Up until that, they were north-south,
Ah.
which this made them very easy to clean. Yeah, we can walk down to the round bar.
And how does it compress much when it gets blown back there?
There's augers inside there to help
bring
pack
back?
it in.
Yeah.
But we have a field bin, like what do you call them, a chaser bin for
Yeah.
a header. We have the same thing for cotton. So, and because they're getting old, we don't like to overwork them.
Yeah.
So you go until they're full, and then you unload.
And they just unload kind of out the side there with that drops down?
Yes, the whole thing at the moment, it'll tip to the right until it's on a, well, it wouldn't quite be 45-degree angle,
Yep.
and then the door folds down. So that's the smaller one for row crop.
Yep.
There's a lot of people around here have the 4,000 or 4,500 litre tanks with the 36-metre boom on them. I've
Really?
never even driven in one.
Really? You haven't even ridden in it?
No, so
So they got basically a round baler on the back.
sorry, next.
You gotta blow it back into a
Yeah, so
hopper
that's
and
sort of a hopper there, and then I imagine that's the. I can probably see on the other
Yeah.
side better where the baler is.
God, that's
So I imagine they just call that a pre-cleaner or something for all the
Yeah.
trash. Bale, the contractors,
to pick up the round bales.
bale handlers, yes.
Yeah.
So the platform just sits on the ground in front of the bale,
Mhm.
and the wheel comes and the ram comes out over the back and just
Yeah.
rolls it onto the platform.
Hey.
So it just hydraulically lifts up off the ground.
Yeah, so you put the wheels down and then
Yeah.
open up the back door and then just drive the tractor forward.
Mm-hmm. And this one you said has a motor on it?
Yeah, it has the motor on it.
And it just compresses it?
Yes, it'd be just a hydraulic ram at the top there, press on it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So the seed's in there, right there. Eh?
Yes, yes. So that's what the
So the fluff grows around the seed.
it grows out of the seed. Yes, that's correct. Yes,
So then you have to take it to a gin to separate all that.
yes. So these will go to the gin from now, and then you'll have the processed cotton where I said you get that 40 to 45% cotton,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest will be the husk, and the little bits of
Yeah.
leaf. And
Wow.
normally we'd go along and pick all this up and put it into a module,
Yeah.
but I probably don't think I'll be bothered now because it's been wet and
Yeah.
it'll probably start stinking and smelling and. Yeah, well, that's all. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, it's starting to
Sure.
grow, eh?
Yep. So we'll leave that there and just burn it.
Wow.
And that can happen on the plant, but we haven't had wet conditions for long enough, like all day, every day for a week.
Yeah.
We've had the rain and then dry, rain, dry.
So you're okay yet?
Yeah, it should be okay.
And so it just comes along, the buggy, the chaser just comes along and...
Tips into here, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh. Nice tractor. And so the picker just dumps into that?
Into the far side, yes.
Yep.
And then we have to stop. We can't do it on the move.
Yeah. Okay, the last little bit of this video, which kind of will wrap up my tour of Queensland, really, because I took a day or two to decompress at a nice sandy beach, I'm not gonna lie. But this is called Swarm Farm, and Swarm Farm is really, really interesting. What they're doing is looking at replacing some of the jobs we do with robotic. What they have done is built a robotic tractor, and all the kind of coding and software to run it, plus they designed an app where they can run it off an iPhone or an iPad. Kind of the premise behind what they were trying to do there is they just looked at equipment getting way too big, running into some compaction issues, and kind of this idea of bigger is better, and I think just got frustrated with that model. So what they decided to do was start this robotics business, and it's progressed, and they've done very well. So they were very kind to give me a tour. I got some video of the robots in place. I wanted to be a little bit careful. I didn't want to show too much. They were very comfortable though with me taking some videos. So this is Swarm Farm, and that's the name of the operation they have. If you're interested, do a Google search, it'll probably come up. But yeah, this is my visit at Swarm Farm.
Jump in front of it too, and I'll get a photo.
Sure.